Hello everybody out there, welcome to quarantine workout number 27, and I gotta thank you guys because if it wasn't for these videos, I would have no idea what day of the week it is. So let's get going here. We got your general warm-up. I'm actually, I woke up today feeling pretty crappy, but I feel a lot better now after I got moving, after I listened to a little bit of Iron Maiden. So that really got me going. That got me straight there. So once you finish your general warm-up, go ahead, hit 10 and 10. Single push-up only on these. Make it good though. And then your 10 corrective squats, of course. And then after that, we're gonna go through the Stability Plus. Just blast through the Stability Plus real quick, but you can see the details explained a little bit more slowly. You got your cat-cow, you got your fire hydrant, you got your forward, arm forward, leg backwards, then you got your switch, then you got your dynamic tabletop extensions, then other side. Arm forward, leg back, switch, and then dynamic, table X, onto the back, dying bug. Side plank, go to that side plank, other side, get that other side onto the back. And then you got your minute plank. 50, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60. 1 minute plank. Whew, there you go. Okay, once you're done with that, I hope you took a little more time on it than I did. We're gonna get into circuit number one. Circuit number one, we're gonna go through 5 times. We got 5 different exercises. We're gonna start with shimmies. Remember, you're gonna rock, twist, twist. So you're always, and you should be getting pretty good at these, I hope. So if they're still tough for you, go slow. Make sure you give yourself a chance to figure it out, and then you can start blasting through it. So when I say 20, I mean 20 each way. I usually go along the length of a mat, but if you've got a nice long expansive carpet, if you've got a nice long hallway, you can go 20 down, 20 back, go for it. But I usually end up doing 4 sets of 5 each way. That's fine too. From there, you're gonna grab either your TRX or your sheets or whatever it is that you're using for this. You got 3 position row here, 7 sets, so a lot of reps. That means you're probably gonna back off a little bit on the resistance. Palm up, in, down, that's 1. That's 2, you go for 7. Make sure you're holding your body straight. You don't wanna get jerky, start dropping the hips. You don't wanna pull up and make it a power move, like a kipping kind of move, which is cheating. You want to have tension in the band at all times, shoulders down, scapula depressed, full range of motion, full stability on that motion. From there, you're going to do 10 Spider-Man push-ups. So these are kind of tough, but I have a regular grip, and I'm going to go down into my push-up and then touch my knee to the outside elbow. So I'm not going across here, right? I'm bringing that knee up. And if I got to go from the knees, it's a little bit awkward, but you can definitely do this push-up from the knees as well. After that, we're gonna go into a clamshell. Now, if you have a mini band, like this one, that's really what this is made for. It goes around the legs, above the knees, folks. And then you're bent 90 degrees, heels together, and you're gonna open up against that resistance. See how this is my pivot point? Now, if I don't have one of these, most of you guys should have a band of some kind, like a stretch cord like this. I can literally just wrap this around my legs, right? A couple times if it's light enough, and then just hold on to that, and then I can work that here. Now this is a really strong band, so probably 1 time around is the way to go. So if I bring this 1 time around, tighten that up, you can see, yeah, that's a lot better. So I can work this. I just got to kind of hold on to it there. Another thing that you could do, if you're the kind of person who wears like leggings or yoga pants, you can just take a pair of leggings and just slide them on over whatever else you're wearing and use the waistband. A lot of times those yoga pants, they carry a lot of stretch through the entire hip region. So you can really, I know that because my wife does that all the time. And you can use that as a clamshell band as well as a mini band. After that, we're gonna go speed skater jump, still lateral jump. So it's called, you'll know why it's called speed skater jump, but you load up that outside leg, shift your weight, and then you throw across, jump across to the other side. And you want to go side to side here. So you're going to be And you want to stick that landing. So make sure that you're getting balance, sticking the landing. You see, I want to get a good rhythm and go quick. But if I have to pause for a second to set my balance so that I get a really nice controlled move and I can really focus my power on that, then I'm going to take that little bit extra time. But I do want to get that back and forth nice rhythm. So as you go, you should get a handle of that rhythm and start to get smoother and faster. But make sure the focus is really on leaping laterally and covering as much ground as you can. All right, so once you get through that, you should be ready to go into circuit number 2. Circuit number 2, we will also go through 5 rounds. We're going to start with 20 reps alternating of step back lunge with med ball hammer. So this is that med ball hammer, which is this move. It goes from hip to hip. You swing the ball up with the shoulder. I'm not just lifting with my arms, right? I'm swinging the ball across the body and then bringing it behind the head. You really want to get it back behind the head. You want to open up, reach with your elbows, but more importantly, reach with your spine, with your middle spine right here. Get your chest up, create that space, right? It's a lot more about the spine, even though you don't see the spine moving so much. It's a lot more about the spine than it is about just the arms, right? I'm going to combine that with a step back lunge. So I'm always going to be rotated over my front leg, which means whichever side I start on, that's the side that steps back. And the timing of this, you want to drive the leg and sink the swing up with that back push. You want to transfer that power. You're going to push, drive, and use the hips, use the legs, use the body to swing that med ball up and around. And really make sure you got great balance, great depth on that. From there, you got 10 jump lunges. The goal is to get maximum height. So I'm not just doing this little switch right here. I want to throw my arms, get some power, just like how I'm throwing my arms into that lateral lunge, that lateral jump on the speed skater. I'm throwing my arms up into this jump lunge too. And remember, when you leave the ground, you want your legs to relax and recoil. You want to get that springy explosiveness in the air. You don't want to be tense and clunky going through that move. Really be explosive, throw your arms and then relax. Let the leg switch. If you're straight and then relaxed, the recoil of your leg, that's the direction you want your leg to move in for the recovery. So make sure you're allowing yourself to relax after you jump so that you can let your legs do some of that work on the recovery for you. All right, from there, we got a freestyle crane. So the freestyle crane is with the leg in front. So I got this leg in front right here, and the weight is behind, and I'm going to bring it down this way. And having that leg in front, when I move laterally, it kind of moves me a little bit backwards too. So the backstroke crane this way, I'm just slightly more forwards. So you see my shoulders turn a little bit in front, and that uses the back a little bit more. The freestyle crane, you're turning a little bit to the back, and that's going to use the obliques, the front of the torso, the abs a little bit more. That's what makes it a freestyle crane. So you got 10 on one side, 10 on the other side. And remember, you want to be getting nice and deep on that, and your hip should swing out so that you're keeping yourself balanced through that move. Once you finish that, you got kettlebell swings. Now you can use a kettlebell. If you don't have a kettlebell, maybe you have a dumbbell, you know, like a little brother at home or something. No, you have a dumbbell like this. I can hold it like this, and I can do a swing this way too. I can also hold it here and swing. This is a little bit more comfortable, but I've seen people do them both ways. If you only have a medicine ball, everybody should at least have a med ball. If you only have a med ball, you can take a towel. I was playing around with this earlier. Put the med ball in the beginning. Put the med ball in the middle of the towel. I think you see where this is going. Fold it up over, grab, and then you want to hold it nice and tight so that the ball doesn't slip out. But here I am, just holding it, got my two handles, and I can swing just fine with this. It's actually a very comfortable swing, and the reason that it works well is because I'm keeping the handles really close to the med ball. If I were to use something like a backpack and the handles were too far, they would just be too loose. There'd be too much swinging, too much interference with the legs. This is a really good method because it keeps it nice and tight and controlled. So once you finish those swings, there's one more thing. You're gonna go outside, find yourself a nice little straightaway in the street, and then from a 2-point stance, that's here, right? Opposite arm forward. From a 2-point stance, looking straight down, getting yourself forward, you're gonna do 20 sprint steps. Count your steps, stay low. 20 steps, you're not gonna reach max speed. 20 steps is all about accelerating. So the focus is on accelerating. So stay low, swing your arms, drive your legs, really be explosive, and you should be getting faster and faster and faster until you hit that 20 step mark. Slow down, turn around, and then on the way back to your starting position, I wanna see a high skip, all right? So get the knee up, but also you're focused on putting the foot into the ground, swinging the arm, and getting some height there, all right? So 20 sprint from a 2-point stance, 20 sprint steps, focused on explosive acceleration, and then coming back, just back to your starting position, you've got your high skips with a high knee skip. Have fun with that.